Hello students, welcome back to Zoology online class. Hope you all are doing good. Today we are going to see menstrual cycle and fertilization in fetal development. Listen carefully. Menstrual cycle. So first let's see what is menstrual cycle. The cyclic events that takes place in a rhythmic fashion during the reproductive period of a woman's life is called menstrual cycle. What is menstrual cycle? The cyclic events, that is the cyclic events that takes place in a rhythmic fashion during the reproductive period of a woman's life is called menstrual cycle. This is a 2-mark question. Next one, menarche. In human females, the menstrual cycle starts at the age of 11 to 13 years, which marks the onset of puberty and is called menarche. So what is menarche? In human females, the menstrual cycle starts at the age of 11 to 13 years. This age noted down, 11 to 13 years, which marks the onset of puberty. Already we have studied what is puberty, is it? So the onset of puberty and is called menarche. Understand, children? Then, and this menarche ceases around 40 to 50 years of age, and this is termed as menopause. So onset is known as menarche and the ending stage, that is known as menopause. The reproductive period is marked by characteristic events repeated almost every month in physiologically normal women. So this menstrual cycle repeats every month. Is it repeated almost every month in physiologically normal woman? That is 28 days with minor variation, maximum 28 days. In some persons it may varies in the form of menstrual flow. So this menstrual cycle consists of 4 phases. So next one, phases of menstrual cycle. So 4 phases are there. First one, menstrual or destructive phase. Second one, follicular or proliferative phase. Third one, ovulatory phase. Fourth one, luteal or secretory phase. What are the 4 phases of menstrual cycle? Menstrual or destructive phase, follicular or proliferative phase, ovulatory phase, and luteal or secretory phase. Now through this chart we can see. So in this stage, see this is the menstrual phase. So this menstrual phase 4 to 5 days. Menstrual phase 4 to 5 days. Second stage is proliferative phase. That is 6th to 13th day. This area 6th to 13th day. Then 14th day, that is the ovulation or ovulatory phase. Only 14th day, that is the ovulatory phase. The next one, 15th to 28th day, secretory or luteal phase. 15th to 28th day, secretory or luteal phase. Now you see the hormone levels. So here what are the hormones are involved? Follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogen and progesterone. So these are the 4 hormones involved in the menstrual cycle. So in the first stage, that is a menstrual phase. So in the first phase, progesterone and the estrogen level is decreased. So first phase, this is the menstrual phase, is it? So here estrogen and the progesterone, that level is decreased. Yes. Then second stage, follicular stage. Here follicle stimulating hormone, this is a follicle stimulating hormone, and estrogen little bit increased. Follicle stimulating hormone and estrogen level is increased. Then third stage, that is the ovulatory phase, is it? So in this stage, luteinizing hormone level is peak, high. Is the luteinizing hormone, yellow color. So this level is luteinizing hormone level is peak, very high. Then fourth stage, luteal phase or secretory phase. Here LH and FSH decrease. LH decrease and the FSH, that also decrease. LH and FSH decrease, but progesterone level is increased. Progesterone, that level is increased. Understand, children? Progesterone level is increased. Okay, so these are the 4 hormones involved in the menstrual cycle. So that changes also we have seen now. Events of menstrual cycle and the role of hormones. Events of menstrual cycle and the role of hormones. Already we have seen the phases of menstrual cycle. What are the 4 phases? Menstrual phase, follicular phase, ovulatory phase and luteal phase. So in the menstrual phase, days 4 to 5 days. 4 to 5 days. Then changes in the ovary. What are the changes takes place in the ovary? Development of primary follicles. Now you see here, this is the cross section of ovary. So here these are the primordial follicles or primary germ cells. So development of primary follicles. So these germ cells changes into primary follicle. So many germ cells are there. So one germ cell changes into primary follicle or grows into primary follicle. So this change takes place in the ovary. Then changes in uterus. Breakdown of uterine endometrial lining leads to bleeding. So breakdown of uterine endometrial lining. See here, this is a uterus. Okay, so this is the endometrium. So endometrial lining. So here the endometrium breaks. This lining of the endometrium breaks. That's why bleeding occur. Understand, children? The endometrial lining breaks so that bleeding occurs. So that is the change takes place in the uterus. Then hormonal changes. Decrease in progesterone and estrogen. So 2 hormones involved in this phase, progesterone and estrogen. So these progesterone level as well as estrogen level decrease. Okay, then second one, follicular phase. So it takes place 6th to 13th day. 6th to 13th day. Changes in ovary. Primary follicles grow to become a fully mature Graafian follicle. Primary follicles grow to become a fully mature Graafian follicle. This is a primary follicle. It grows and becomes the Graafian follicle. Primary follicle changes into secondary follicle. Secondary follicle changes into mature Graafian follicle. This is the Graafian follicle. So primary follicle changes into Graafian follicle. Then changes in uterus. Endometrium regenerates through proliferation. This endometrium regenerates through proliferation. So first stage, this endometrium breaks. So now this endometrium proliferates. Okay, regenerates. Endometrium regenerates through proliferation. Proliferation means multiplication. So again this endometrium regenerates. Then hormonal changes. FSH and estrogen increase. FSH, follicular stimulating hormone, and estrogen, these 2 hormones level increase. Okay. Then third one, ovulatory phase. This takes place in 14th day. 14th day. The Graafian follicle ruptures and releases the ovum. Graafian follicle ruptures and releases the ovum. Changes in ovary. So what is the Graafian follicle? This is the Graafian follicle. So this Graafian follicle ruptures and ovum released. Graafian follicle ruptures and ovum released. So this change takes place in the ovary. Then changes in uterus. Increase in endometrial thickness. Increase in endometrial thickness. So this endometrium, this endometrial lining, this endometrium again thickened. Okay, so changes in the uterus, only the endometrial thickness. Then hormonal changes. LH peak, luteinizing hormone. The level of the luteinizing hormone is high, very high. So that is peak. Then luteal phase. 15th to 28th day. Luteal phase 15th to 28th day. Changes in ovary. Emptied Graafian follicle develops into corpus luteum. Emptied Graafian follicle develops into corpus luteum. So this is the already the which one, the ovum releases. So only the Graafian follicle is there. So that Graafian follicle develops into corpus luteum. Graafian follicle develops into corpus luteum. Then changes in the uterus. Endometrium is prepared for implantation if fertilization of egg takes place. So this endometrium is waiting to release the egg, is it? So fertilization takes place. If fertilization takes place, this endometrium waiting to get the egg, okay, or the zygote. If fertilization does not occur, corpus luteum degenerates, uterine wall ruptures, bleeding starts, and unfertilized eggs is expelled. So if fertilization does not occur, what will happen? Corpus luteum degenerates as well as uterine wall ruptures. See, corpus luteum degenerates and uterine wall ruptures, so bleeding starts. Understand, children? As well as unfertilized eggs also expelled out. So 3, corpus luteum degenerates, then uterine wall ruptures, the wall of the uterus is the endometrium, that one ruptures, and the unfertilized eggs also expelled. So these 3, corpus luteum, uterine wall ruptures, that one, then unfertilized egg. So that 3 things comes outside. Is it through bleeding? Expelled outside. Then hormonal changes. LH, luteinizing hormone, and follicular stimulating hormone level decrease. LH and FSH level decreases. Then corpus luteum produces progesterone and its level increases, followed by the decline. Then corpus luteum produce one hormone, that is the progesterone, that already we have discussed. Corpus luteum produce the hormone that is progesterone, so that level increased first. Afterwards decline. First the level of the progesterone level is increased, then decline. If menstrual bleeding occurs, so if menstrual cycle occurs or the bleeding occurs, the progesterone level decreased. If the fertilization takes place, the progesterone level is maintained. Understand, children? So these are the changes occurs in the ovary as well as in uterus. Then one question, that is Roman number 7, second question. What are the phases of menstrual cycle? Indicate the changes in the ovary and uterus. So have to write the 4 phases. What are the 4 phases? Menstrual phase, follicular phase, ovulatory phase, luteal phase. Then indicate the changes in the ovary and uterus. So changes in the ovary and changes in the uterus have to write. Understand, that is a 7 mark question. Roman number 7, second one. This tabular column have to mark it. Fertilization. Internal fertilization takes place in human. In human beings, internal fertilization takes place. What is internal fertilization? Internal means fertilization takes place inside of the body. So that is known as internal fertilization. External fertilization outside of the body. For example, frog. So the male frog releases the sperm and the female frog releases the ova in the water. So the two gametes, both the gametes fuses together and fertilization takes place. So that is known as external fertilization. But in human beings, internal fertilization takes place. It takes place usually in the ampulla of fallopian tube. Where it is takes place? Ampulla of fallopian tube. See here, this is the ovary and this is the fallopian tube and this is the ampulla region, ampulla of fallopian tube. So it takes place usually, fertilization takes place usually in the ampulla of fallopian tube. The lifespan of egg is 24 hours. Lifespan of egg is 24 hours. See, the ovary releases the egg or ovum that enters into the fallopian tube, ampulla of the fallopian tube. So here the ovum is present or the egg is present. So the lifespan, it lives only 24 hours in this ampulla of fallopian tube. Okay, children, the lifespan of sperm in female tract is 3 days. So the lifespan of sperm, the sperm enters into the fallopian tube. So inside the female body, the lifespan of sperm is 3 days. The lifespan of sperm is 3 days. Okay, now fertilization must take place within 24 hours after ovulation. So after the ovulation, fertilization must take place within 24 hours after ovulation. So after 24 hours, immediately fertilization takes place. Otherwise, the ovum destroyed or damaged. Okay. Then the sperm fuses with the egg to form zygote. Now egg is also present in this region, sperm also present, that fuses together. So fertilization takes place, and the result is known as what? Zygote. It forms the zygote formation. The sperm fuses with the egg to form zygote. So this process is called fertilization. The sperm and the egg fuses together and it forms zygote. So this process is known as what? Fertilization. So everything takes place inside the fallopian tube. Okay, so internal fertilization. Then afterwards, the zygote divides into morula, blastula, then gastrula, then implanted in the uterus. So everything takes place inside the female body. So it is internal fertilization. That one we can see later. Cleavage and blastula. Cleavage and blastula. Cleavage meaning division. Cleavage, division. The first cleavage starts about 30 hours of fertilization. So first cleavage starts about 30 hours of fertilization. The zygote undergoes repeated mitotic division and produces many called blastula. So which division takes place? Mitotic division. Now you see here, this is a zygote, is it? So the zygote undergoes repeated mitotic division and produces many celled called blastula. So first stage is the morula stage. Okay, so 2 cell divides into 4, 4, 8, 8, 16, like that it divides. So morula stage. After the morula stage, blastula, many cells are present here. So this is called blastula. The outer layer consists of smaller cells and the inner layer consists of larger cells. Okay, so here the outer layer consists of smaller cells and inner layer consists of larger cells. Understand, children? So here inside one cavity is present. That cavity is known as blastocele. Blastocele cavity is present. So outer cells are smaller cells and inner cells are larger cells. So after the blastula, next stage gastrula. Gastrula means what? The transformation of blastula into gastrula and the formation of primary germ layers by rearrangement of the cells is called gastrulation. So next stage is the gastrulation. So in the gastrulation, 3 layers are present. 3 germ layers are present. See, in this diagram shows that endoderm layer, ectoderm and the mesoderm. Endoderm, that is the outer layer, ectoderm middle layer and the mesoderm is the inner layer. Is it? So 3 layers are present in the gastrula stage. So that process, gastrulation, that process is known as what? Blastula changes into gastrula. That process is known as gastrulation. Once again you see the transformation of blastula into gastrula and the formation of primary germ layers. Primary germ layers means endoderm, ectoderm and the mesoderm. By rearrangement of the cells is called gastrulation. This takes place after the process of implantation. So after the process of implantation only this gastrulation takes place. See here, this diagram shows the blastula. Okay, see blastocele, that cavity, then outer cells are smaller cells and inner cells are larger cells. Implantation. Now you see this diagram, this is the ova, is it? So the ova is fertilized by the sperm. So after fertilization, zygote formed, is it? The zygote, the next one, cleavage takes place, mitotic divisions takes place. So morula formed, after that blastocyst, is it? So now blastocyst is present here. Now the process of attachment of the blastocyst to the uterine wall is called implantation. So now this blastocyst implant in the uterine wall, that process is called implantation. The process of attachment of the blastocyst to the uterine wall is called implantation. The fertilized egg becomes implanted in about 6 to 7 days after fertilization. So after fertilization, that means 6 to 7 days. After 6 to 7 days only this implantation takes place in the uterus. After 6 to 7 days of fertilization, this blastocyst implanted in the uterus. Organogenesis. Genesis means formation. So organ formation. The organs are formed from the primitive germ layers ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. So the organs are formed from the primitive germ layers ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. This nervous system and skin are formed from the ectoderm. Nervous system and skin, ectoderm. Then muscle, skeleton, kidneys and reproductive system are formed from the mesoderm. Muscle, skeleton, kidneys and reproductive system. Then endocrine glands, lungs, digestive tract and liver are formed from endoderm. Endocrine glands, lungs, digestive tract and liver from the endoderm. Placenta. The placenta is disc shaped. This diagram shows placenta. So this placenta is disc shaped. It is attached to the uterine wall. This placenta is attached to the uterine wall. It temporarily connects the developing embryo and maternal tissues. This placenta temporarily connects the developing embryo and maternal tissues. See, maternal artery, maternal vein, then umbilical artery, umbilical vein. Yes, so it temporarily connects the developing embryo and maternal tissues. It allows the exchange of food materials, diffusion of oxygen, excretion of nitrogenous wastes and the elimination of carbon dioxide. So this placenta allows the exchange of food materials, diffusion of oxygen, excretion of nitrogenous wastes and the elimination of carbon dioxide. A cord containing blood vessels that connects the placenta with the fetus is called umbilical cord. Now you see this diagram. This is after the birth. Is it? So this arrow mark indicates one area. So that is known as umbilical cord. So a cord containing blood vessels that connects the placenta with the fetus is called umbilical cord. So after the birth, we can cut this area. Okay. So this is about placenta. Pregnancy or gestation. Pregnancy or gestation. Its duration is about 280 days. Pregnancy duration is 280 days. The embryo attains its development in the uterus. The embryo develops inside the uterus. During pregnancy, the uterus expands up to 500 times of its normal size. So during the pregnancy time, the uterus expands 500 times of its normal size. Parturition or childbirth. It is the expulsion of young one from the mother's uterus at the end of gestation. What is parturition? It is the expulsion of young one from the mother's uterus at the end of gestation, childbirth. Okay. Then oxytocin, that is a hormone. So this hormone is secreted from the posterior pituitary. So this oxytocin stimulates the uterine contraction. Oxytocin stimulates uterine contraction. It provides force to expel the baby from the uterus, causing birth. This oxytocin provides force to expel the baby from the uterus, causing birth. Lactation. The process of milk production from mammary glands after childbirth, that is lactation. The process of milk production from mammary glands after childbirth, that is known as lactation. The first fluid from the mammary gland is called as colostrum. So that is the colostrum is the first fluid. The mammary gland secretes the first fluid, that is known as colostrum. Prolactin induces milk production from alveoli of mammary gland. Prolactin is a hormone. So this hormone induces milk production from alveoli of mammary gland. This diagram shows the mammary gland. So this is the alveoli. So this prolactin hormone induces this alveoli. So it produces the milk. The ejection of milk is stimulated by posterior pituitary hormone oxytocin. So ejection of milk is stimulated by which hormone? Oxytocin. So milk is ejected outside. Textbook evaluation. Roman number 1, choose the correct answer. Question number 7. What is true of gametes? Option A, they are diploid. B, they give rise to gonads. C, they produce hormones. D, they are formed from gonads. Answer D, they are formed from gonads. Answer D. Number 8. A single highly coiled tube where sperms are stored, get concentrated and mature is known as dash. A. Epididymis, B. Vas differentia, C. Vas deferens, D. Seminiferous tubules. Answer A. Answer A. Epididymis. Question number 9. The large elongated cells that provide nutrition to developing sperms are A. Primary germ cells, B. Sertoli cells, C. Leydig cells, D. Spermatozoa. Answer B. Sertoli cells. Answer B. Sertoli cells. Question number 10. Estrogen is secreted by A. Anterior pituitary, B. Primary follicle, C. Graafian follicle, D. Corpus luteum. Answer C. Answer C. Graafian follicle. Answer C. Graafian follicle. Question number 11. Which one of the following is an IUCD? A. Copper T, B. Oral pills, C. Diaphragm, D. Tubectomy. Answer A. Copper T. Answer A. Copper T. Roman number 2. Fill in the blanks. Question number 4. Fertilization is dash in humans. Internal. Fertilization is dash in humans. Internal. Question number 5. The implantation of the embryo occurs at about dash day of fertilization. 7th. The implantation of the embryo occurs at about 7th day of fertilization. Question number 6. Dash is the first secretion from the mammary gland after childbirth. Colostrum. Colostrum. Colostrum is the first secretion from the mammary gland after childbirth. Number 7. Prolactin is a hormone produced by dash. Pituitary gland. Pituitary gland. Prolactin is a hormone produced by pituitary gland. Once again the answers are here. Number 4 internal, 5 7th, 6 colostrum, 7 pituitary gland. Next Roman number 3. B. Match the following. A. Question number A. Parturition. Parturition. Answer delivery of baby from uterus. Delivery of baby from uterus. Number B. Gestation. Duration between pregnancy and birth. Duration between pregnancy and birth. Number C. Ovulation. Release of egg from Graafian follicle. Release of egg from Graafian follicle. D. Implantation. Attachment of zygote to endometrium. Attachment of zygote to endometrium. Once again answers. A. Third one. B. First one. C. Fourth one. D. Second one. Then Roman number 4. True or false? Correct the false statement. Number 6. Sex organs produce gametes which are diploid. This is false. The correct statement is haploid. Sex organs produce gametes which are haploid. Number 7. Luteinizing hormone is secreted by the posterior pituitary. False. Luteinizing hormone is secreted by the anterior pituitary. Question number 8. Menstrual cycle ceases during pregnancy. True. Question number 9. Surgical methods of contraception prevent gamete formation. False. So correct one is surgical methods of contraception prevent the fertilization. Number 10. The increased level of estrogen and progesterone is responsible for menstruation. False. Correct is decreased. The decreased level of estrogen and progesterone is responsible for menstruation. Lesson 16. So this Roman number we did not discuss. So take the page number and write down the answers. Roman number 6. Answer in a word or sentence. Question number 5. Name the hormones which regulates water and mineral metabolism in man. Aldosterone. Number 6. Which hormone is secreted during emergency situation in man? Adrenaline. Number 7. Which gland secretes digestive enzymes and hormones? Pancreas. Number 8. Name the endocrine glands associated with the kidneys. Adrenal gland. Learn these answers.